remember putting on a brave face for my family, telling them I had no worries. I was going to across the world, not knowing anyone, not knowing anything. I was terrified. The girls seemed to have already bonded, already friends. I felt like I was going to spend a month completely alone. I told my mom it was going great, that I fit in completely, but I was so lost. I met Peyton in her group earlier, but I still didn't fit in. I thought they just included me because we weren't allowed to leave anyone out. I kept my thoughts during lessons even when I knew the answer. I was still lost. Paris taught me a lot. We were at the Eiffel Tower and I really wanted to see it sparkle. But I wasn't gonna ask a group of guys to wait 20 minutes. And so as we were leaving, Rowan told them to wait because I wanted a picture of it. I was found. I was heard. I never asked them to wait for me, to take a picture of me, to include me, and yet they did. When I spoke too quietly, they leaned in. When I was late, they would complain a lot, but they would still wait. When I was dying on those hikes, they slowed down for me. They held my hand, told me to drink water. I was heard and I was found. They encouraged me to speak up, that I was just not a body, but also a soul. I spoke up and I started to give suggestions in small groups. I was found, and I asked questions. I went up to people to start conversations. I remember seeing the interviews with Chris back in Spain, and I thought that's really cool, but way too extroverted. And then there I was, waiting to speak with Chris, because Jackson said, if you do it, I'll do it. I remember feeling so unprepared. I remember feeling so scared. And yet my friends were there right behind Chris, giving me encouraging thumbs ups.
What would it take for you? What would it take for you to draw the broken canvas back for you to protest and to say enough is enough?
I think definitely anything to do with women's rights, like anything like that. It's just, I can't really sit back. But I don't know about protesting out in the street. Like that's, again, like it's hard to do as a minor. It's hard to do by yourself. I don't know if my parents would let me, but definitely like online or whatever I can do. It's something that I want to do.
Okay. Leadership. What do you believe it takes to be a great leader?
I think listening to the people that you're ruling over is important, but I also think that being able to acknowledge that not all of their needs will be met is important, because it's like everyone wants to be rich, everyone wants to be happy, but just sometimes that can't happen, and you need to understand that. And I think you need to know when you can't help other people, when you have to make some sacrifices for the greater good.
Who would you refer to, like right now, as who would you reference as a great leader?
Oh dear. There's like not that many right now. When Chris commented to me that there wasn't many good leaders left in the world, my first immediate thought was, oh, I'll be one. It was a pivoting moment for me, especially, to want to stand up, to be loud, and to take space. It was a terrifying thought, yet it was there. I don't think without this MEI journey that it would have formed inside my head, but being forced to speak up, being forced to take care of myself, and being alone in Europe, it was the best experience of my life, and I do think that it truly changed me. I got comfortable in Germany, maybe almost a little bit too comfortable. I got used to the morning notes, the morning muses, the par diems, the lessons with Matthew, seeing all of these people constantly. It became a rhythm for my heart. It was no longer a trip, but a home, a family. Those laughs and voices weaved into my heart silently before I could shut them all out. It felt like I had learned a new song, and without knowing it, I knew all the lyrics. The courses pushed me to my limits. I immediately had to get used to these group members, these group projects, these deadlines, and there was no time for procrastination. It was no longer easy marks. I had to voice myself and fight to get them. I learned that good rewards only came from hard work, even if others took shortcuts. I remember feeling frustrated and ranting to my dad, who pointed out that even if I didn't get as high of a grade as I wanted, I could look at my work knowing that I had tried my best and I was honest. It felt good to have a new start with these classes and teachers. No one had any expectations or standards of me. I was just Roy, and that was okay. My biggest regret will be that I didn't see this to the last day. I saw how I impacted people. I looked at the videos of the Shakespeare act, then to the third ride walk. I saw how loud I was now, how I used my body, how I was comfortable with everyone. I saw people wrote in my notebook, people that I barely spoke to wrote all of these kind words and how I cared about them. I saw how my friends cried for me and how I broke down in front of them. I felt the tug of my heart when the Calgary group headed off, not looking back. I watched as I put my love and comfort into strangers, only to have it ripped away from me. And now I am lost once more.